Okay, cool. We are gonna go live. Looks like everything's working so far. Awesome. I'm gonna be testing it literally every time. Like I just am always in shock when things work. So PG Cash. Is that the one and only Cash Money Tiger Tyler? I don't know. I just botched that. And Dan the man. Is that you, Tyler? PG Cash? Is that who that be? Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're gonna do some streaming today, guys, and we're gonna work on some space elves. We'll kind of show you guys this. I don't know if we can see it very well. I'm still adjusting to camera angles and whatnot. He's magnetized. Maybe up here might be better. Got a little heavy intercessor action down there, about to get his little gut stomped out. Get it all together again. Worked on this last night. Pretty happy with it. I think I just need to solidify the magnets a little bit better. But generally pretty happy with it. Tyler, now that you also have your own Twitch account, we're going to have to do like a joint stream where we both hobby. I know how to do that now. I'm learning. I'm learning all the ways of the Twitch. It's crazy. I would have never thought when I was younger that I would be broadcasting anything on the internet, let alone making YouTube videos. Yeah, for sure, Tyler. It's actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. Oh, what's that 40 mil? Oh, is the heavy intercessor. It's a lot easier than I expected it to be. It's basically we just get like a Zoom call or a Google Hangout or whatever, and then we can effectively just do Streamlabs and just share the app or the screen that the video call is in, rather than a camera as our source. If that makes sense. Renegade X79. I don't know who you are, but I enjoy your O face, buddy. This is what we're working on today. Some Howling Banshees. Sorry about the glare. I'm gonna cut that open. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's not too bad. Let's see. There we go. Some nice, lovely ladies getting ready to get built. Added to the collection of super radical, awesome Xenos. Because it's just how I live my life. Got some magnets to take off of stuff too. I still haven't done that. Dude, this, I don't know what this emoji is, but that thing, Bumpus used it yesterday. That thing is terrifying. That dude looks angry. What is that? That is just a smiling, handsome man. Alright. There we go. This has been a fantastic day. One of those days where you wake up at 3:30 for no reason. Super exciting. How'd that terrain building go, Tyler? Was it good? Or was it terrible? Don't mind the smoke. It's literally just me cleaning the glue out of my plastic glue so it's not all dried and caked in there. Uh-oh. But yeah. How'd that terrain building go, Tyler? Was it good? Let's see. We got one 25 mil. I don't know what that 25 mil is for. I think all of these come with a 25 mil for something weird. Yeah, it definitely will. And honestly, if you get through it relatively quickly, I'll probably just throw some extra money to you so we can go ahead and get the rest of it finished. And then I'll just swap you boxes once you're done, and I'll go ahead and just give it a quick base coat of paint. Um, these are super cool models. I've always liked these. All right, so 55. Boop. But yeah, it's one of those where I may or may not get. Oh no, I just cut somebody's foot off. That was dumb. This is why you pay attention to what you're doing, folks. Let's go ahead and mount this now so we can glue that foot and fix it. What a silly goose I am. I haven't done either of the tiny boxes yet. I've only done the big armor containers, and even those I was not a fan of working on. Like, those were all just kind of rough. All right, put a little glue on there. We're gonna let that one dry because, you know, I was a big dumb dummy head, and sometimes it be like that. So we're gonna jump from number 1 all the way over to the next one. It should be probably this one. Yep, number 2. Yeah, we're gonna start there while that dries so I can fix it. Oh, that's right. You said they were like off-centered or not cut right. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's kind of weird. I also just didn't use instructions, so I mean, I'm basically an animal, you know. That's one of the things I always enjoyed about building models with Jimmy. Like, man, if it didn't have instructions, it was like it was this big deal. Uh, and I'd just be like, yeah, all right, like we'll just break shit. I mean, some things you definitely want them for, but like for that terrain, I don't care. Worst thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to pull it apart and rebuild it, you know. Dude, I don't know if you remember when he had those what was it, the bolt action models, and he just like wouldn't build them because he didn't have instructions. Like, he started to and got super pissed off about it. All right, we need number 3 and number 4. There's number 4. Are you ready for that tournament in Indy, Tyler? You ready to go bash butts? I'm pretty pumped to get out and get playing again. We haven't done a tournament since the fire. I haven't run one, nor have I been in one, obviously. Either way. All right, where's the back of this? I feel like, oh, it's probably right there. It is. Uh, so what's everybody else got going on today? Anything fun? Or is it all just normal Sunday stuff? Yeah, them Black Templars, dude. They're pretty all right. I don't know. They're no nids though. I don't know. I've been told that nids are still really really good even after their nerfs. And I don't know. I don't know how much truth is there. I haven't played against them yet. Post nerf. All right, that is supposed to be there. That's also supposed to be there. Um, I'm sure they're still a solid army. Generally speaking, they have some kind of build that'll be competitive because it's just such a big and diverse codex. That's fair, dude. If I'd have realized that, I would have picked one up for you when I ordered my stuff. You know, when I got those dreadnoughts for you, I'd have just grabbed codex. No big deal. All right, let's go ahead and put some glue on this and see if we can fix my stupidity. This is absolutely why you look at what you're... Oh, yep. No, we mangled this shit. This is why you pay attention to what you're doing. And I wasn't. And now I've got a Howling Banshee who's gonna have a crooked toe. My life is good, man. Obviously, I've had some of the silly stuff going on that's been going on that you know about. But generally speaking, yeah, right. Yeah, amputee. We're gonna get him a combat wheelchair. Just do some cybernetic toes. Yeah, no, life's been good, man. Like I said, I've had things going on. Like you already know what's been going on. So, um, but generally speaking, life's been good. I've been able to, you know, get a lot of videos done, and that's super fair. I can green stuff over it. Um, we'll get there. My first priority is gonna see if it'll stay stable, and then if it's stable, build the rest of the model, and then yeah, patch that gap with some green stuff. I like that idea. That is a good one. For those that don't know, I'm not exactly like a top tier hobbyist. I am much better at playing the game than I am at building and painting, which you know, take that for what it's worth. So this might be more like comedy for everybody as they watch me do stupid shit like cut the toes off my models, you know. Uh, nah, you're pretty good at painting, Tyler, for sure. I've definitely seen, especially your newer stuff, man. You've definitely come a long way. All your newer models look real good. I like them. Scrape that mold line off. That's pretty good. But I've been really just trying to grind those videos out, man. Like getting that kill team video up today was important to me. You know, I've been trying to make sure I do one a week. What are we doing here? What is this? Oh, this girl dummy thick. That kind of looks right. That kind of doesn't. What am I? Well, probably should have dry fit that first. See, this is like I said, average at best. Average at best. There we go. I think that'll work. And then the other leg, which is 46 and 45. I'm pumped to have some space elves. Oh yeah, nice, nice. I do enjoy the crates. Like that box was actually a really good terrain box. Like I am really happy with that. That's super weird. All these legs are basically the same, but they're all labeled differently. So, uh, give me 1 second. We're gonna hop over to a pause screen for a minute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Just had the old kid. She's sick, dying, definitely dying. Uh, I am labeled differently. No, like all the legs look identical, but yeah, they have a different number on them, and they might not be identical, but it's just an interesting. What number are we looking for? 45. This is an interesting kit, and I've never opened this kit. I have no idea what I was looking at when I opened it. So there's 35. We need 45. There's 25. There's 6. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, that's 46. I'm probably going to need 46 also. So let's grab you. Let's actually look at what I'm doing before I snip it. Before we end up with another issue like we just had. There's 45. Ooh, let's not get the foot this time. Look at us learning. Learning. We got there. Hooray. Yeah. Sometimes, dude. Sometimes. Uh, there we go. We'll let that dry, and then we'll get the mold lines off of that, and then let's take a look at this one. No, that's still doing its thing. All right. Now I better not start another one of those, or I'm gonna really screw this up. All right. Well, let's see. Bases. That is one thing. Oh man. Gosh, Dan, you silly goose. Keep talking to me that way. I might have to take you out sometime. All right. We do have technology, Tyler. You are correct. I guess while that's drying, because I don't want to like fudge with it too much while it's drying. We'll scrape some of this off and then see where it's at. If it's still kind of moist, we'll maybe work on some wind riders while that dries. We got a guy who's getting me some spears so I can convert them into shining spears, which I'm really excited about because those are the bee's knees. Yeah, I know you are, Dan. I know. I'm kind of easy though. I don't know if that's what you're into. Oh, yeah, I think I already hit my daily SpongeBob quote, but I appreciate that, Tyler. Uh, the one I hear almost every day is, am I a pretty girl, Mr. Krabs? That's the one I get a lot with the kids. than anything that has anything to do with Krusty Krab pizza. We get that one a lot too. The Krusty Krab pizza. So, because we're all weird at my house, and it's fun. Let's go ahead and move you over here. What are we doing? Whew, these are a lot of pieces. I was not ready for this. That's right. It is the pizza for you and me. 48. Bro, for real, I was not ready for how many pieces each one of these models was going to be. That's a 48. There we go. So I think what I'm going to end up doing with the Eldar, though, for color scheme, I think what we landed on was... Please, help. I'm not ready, Tyler. If you're talking about doing a joint stream, I wasn't going to be ready today, just because I don't want to shut everything down and then restart. But we can probably look at doing one either tomorrow or Tuesday. Um, if you're up in the morning, we can do one for the Monday morning stream, or if you want, we can do a joint one on Tuesday. I just don't want to stop what I'm doing here. Oh, he's got the wrong arm. The wrong arm of the law. Okay, I don't enjoy these little nubs on their arms, and I think we're probably just taking them off. I don't like them. This is who I am as a person. We're just gonna, there we go, hold it together. It's like a metaphor for my life, you know? Just gotta hold it together. There we go. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know. Dude, you know me. Sometimes things come out of my mouth. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. Half the time, it's just words. You know me. All right. Oh, we probably should have done this one first. Oh, no. Now her butt fell off. Why is James crying? Nope, that is... I don't know, dude. I don't know if it's my lack of sleep or if this model is just above my skill level or if my brain is just not ready for this today. That also doesn't look right. That Okay, this whole thing does not look right. Let's take a look here. Almost wondering if I've got the wrong leg for this torso. Shouldn't be. this is like I said, I think this is a bit beyond where I think I wanted to be this morning. Okay. I don't know why my brain is not processing this. This is going to be the worst hobby video ever because this model is just beating my ass. Well, at least it's funny for everybody. Oh, is that why? Take it off of here for a minute and get it right underneath this light. Holy smokes. Yeah, I don't know. This is terrible, Tyler. I'm not the smartest man in the world, and this model is definitely crushing me. This might be one I need to step away from for a bit and approach it with not sleepy eyes. Let's go ahead and crank out a Wind Rider at least. This one I know I can do without killing myself or the model. I think I already set the tone pretty well when I chopped the other one's foot off. Was what yesterday? The Wind Rider? But I don't know what we're asking here. You silly goose. You got to give me context clues, Tyler. Oh, sleepy? No, that's me today, man. Like I said, unless you're saying that was you yesterday. Yeah, today, man, like I said, I got up super early and nothing's working the way it should. See, this model is actually pretty easy. And I've done 4 or 5 of those already. So we don't really have to think too much about this one. We can come in, shave that off. Heard that, dude. You know, like I said, this has just been a brutal, brutal morning. My daughter has been sick. Not COVID, just a bad, like, cough, sinus infection. We've had COVID tests and everything. Everybody's negative, and she's the only one with symptoms. Aside from Sherry is a little congested, but other than that, man, it's just been Izzy, and she's just been like, God, she sounds terrible, like a goblin, just like, Dad, I need a snack, Dad, give me a snack, you know, like it's terrifying. So when we build these Wind Riders, we're going to intentionally not put the gun on, and we're gonna intentionally not finish the rider at all. We're just building the bikes for now, and that's simply so that we can, I think I need to adjust this camera a little bit. So maybe, I'm just trying not to get my crotch in here too much, you know? There we go. That might be a little bit better. Oh no! Look at those sexy blue shorts. Now we're just trying to make it so that we can put them on the table and do some test games until I can get my bits. I got a guy that's printing out some spears for me, but I think what I might end up doing for these, at the suggestion of Bailey, my buddy Bailey, do a big shout out to Dankless Wargaming. He's also on Twitch and YouTube. Was to get some of the Sea Elf spears from the old Fantasy minis and use those, and I actually really like that idea. So I think this week that might be a thing I look into, and I'll still get the 3D printed ones. I already told the guy I was going to buy them, so I'm going to buy them. I'll just keep them to the side, and if I don't like the Fantasy Elf ones, we have the 3D printed ones. We'll have options. Why were you exhausted, Tyler? All that 40K you played on Friday? Your whole, what was it, one game? All right, that's good. We gotta get this. Oh, we're probably gonna give this another 10 minutes or so, and we'll probably call it, because then I'm gonna take a look at these Banshees off camera and just like try to start my life over again with them. That was an exhausting experience for 2 minutes, and I was not about it. Oh shit, you got a wood burning stove, Tyler? Or you just got a fireplace? All right. So I don't watch TV, but man, like we started the show on Netflix called Man vs. Bee. It's Rowan Atkinson. So if you don't know who he is, he was Mr. Bean, and he did gosh, what's that super old show, The Blackadder. So he does a lot of like slapstick comedy. That shit is hilarious. But the best, though, it's not even that funny. The funniest part is that Sherry just gets like so tense, and her anxiety levels just go through the roof while we're watching it because it's so dumb. Uh, oh, gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I know you guys do like your little burn pit or bonfires or whatever, which is cool, man. Uh, Oddly enough, we haven't done any. We haven't done any this summer. It's weird, you know. Nobody's feeling it this year, I guess. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. I hate that that's in my head now, Tyler. This is really weird trying to build this and keep it like generally in view. All right. And really, this is just about to where it needs to be. I'll let him dry. See, this is kind of what we're going for. I just have the driver already kind of put together here, but the goal is to just kind of have them to that point. I think ultimately they're going to get thrown in a Yanari list, but while we build up to that point, I'll probably run them as just regular Craft World. I might run them as Yanari and just run my Craft World stuff as Yanari. I did build my Guardians. You know, we worked on. Is that what we did yesterday? I don't remember. We did something yesterday. Yeah, yeah. It's a complete day if I can get SpongeBob in some way, shape, or form stuck in my head. So there we go. That helps me out. I don't know if it helps you guys out. Fuck you, I guess. If it doesn't. Scrape this off. Honestly, it's one of those where, Tyler, like, since you're on the team, I'll let you know. If I can get enough of these things built, I'm not even worried about paint. Like, if I can get enough of these built that I can field 2,000 points, that might be what I take to the tournament, just because, I don't know. I like sisters, they're a lot of fun, but, you know, like I said in that video, there's just something about the way a Xenos army handles. It just, I like that way that they interact with the game a lot better. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't think this is the right torso for that. I think we're gonna just skip that one altogether for now. We'll jump to number 3. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get one of these built on stream before I hang myself with my underwear. That's not actually a cry for help, though. 3, 4. Well, there's 6. Oh, okay, so we know we need 6. I think what's going to end up having to happen is I'm going to have to do some rearranging. I'm going to need a new desk if I keep doing this, which I'm obviously going to. The angles feel weird. I don't know why you were tired of looking at dead trees either. That's weird. Those are the coolest. 3, 4. Yeah, also, sorry. I have a tendency to just do random things with my mouth. So, you're going to see some weird faces here while I'm working on stuff. Let's see. We got 3 people in here. You know, hi to everybody. I don't know who we got. Let's see. Let's take a second. Maybe. Oh no, I broke it. I didn't. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Cool. Well, not a lot, but we've had a lot so far. So that's cool. Look at that. People are like, "Oh God, this guy's an idiot. I'm not watching this." It's all right. I'd watch me. Will you watch me? I'd watch me. A little Silence of the Lambs reference for anybody who doesn't know. I'm sorry for that. I'm not, actually. I'd watch me hard. This is where I miss having Steve around. He's also just a big clown. Interesting. So That's obviously number 24. Oh, is that what I did? That is what I did. You silly, silly goose. Hey, Tyler, I built the wrong torso for the legs, so they wouldn't fit because they weren't the right part. Yep, there it is. He's doing well, actually. God, I need to check in with him. We haven't had a good actual conversation in a while, but that's mostly because he's been busy and I've been busy. Like I'm still doing college, and I think he's also in college now, and he's getting ready for flight school. He's trying to get his pilot's license, and he's working at the old what you call it with Jimothy O'Reilly's. So he's working with Jimothy there, and I'm forever gonna call him that. Oh gosh, see, I keep telling you guys, average at best. Mostly because I just got fat fingers. So yeah, he's doing well. I've talked to Kelsey a few times. She's also doing pretty well. Obviously, Rich is doing all right. I talk to him at least once or twice a week, usually through chat. Sometimes on the phone. I'm not a phone call person though. He is. He's fucking old. So we're not going to talk about how much coffee and energy drinks I've had today. We're just going to say that it's a very high number. All right. So we need arm number 7. Also, this fits so much better when you put the right pieces on. Just in case anybody was wondering. When you are actually smarter than your models, your life is easier. Well, since you're asking, I woke up at about 3:30, had a glass of cold brew because I bought a jug of it. And when I say glass, I mean like a full-on glass, And then, let's see, after that glass, I had another one. And then I went and did my morning cardio. I also took advantage of that extra time to get a bunch of homework done. But then I went and did my morning cardio, and I think I knocked out like 2 miles this morning. And then I had a glass of regular coffee. And after that glass of regular coffee, I don't think I've had any water. Like I probably should, but I think my plan is to just like get ripped up on energy drinks and coffee, which I'm working on a Red Bull right now. And then after like noon, I'm just gonna switch to beer and then be like, all right, I'm done. That might be what I'm doing today. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, all right, now that I've got this figured out, we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, I don't know who King Greg is, but hell yeah, dude. I'm actually an orc player first and foremost, but as the saying goes, all my homies love the Xenos, and so that's what we're building right now is some Eldar. Yeah, Tyler, I am gonna crash. You're absolutely right. I can't even argue with that. You are 100% correct. Which is why I think when it becomes lunchtime, what we're doing is we're just going to have a beer or two and then go to bed. Like that's probably going to be my whole day. Oh, well, cool, man. This is actually my second time ever building or painting on Twitch. We just started the channel. I do YouTube videos also, and just started building Eldar. As a matter of fact, like this is my second box that I've built, and my first one was the Combat Patrol, which is what these are from. And I'm actually going to be building it into a Yunari force as opposed to like regular Craft World. Which, don't get me wrong, I'll probably still play some regular Craft World, but Yunari, I'm a fight phase kind of guy, and they're a fight phase kind of army, so that's what we're doing. 9, 10, 11. 9, 10. Oh, it's right there. Also super excited that this model's head has 3 separate pieces. This is where I wish I was a better hobbyist, right here. Like I'm looking at this going, this is terrible. I hate this and I hate myself. I literally just have, right now, a Combat Patrol, which would be a Farseer, 10 Defenders, which I built as regular Defenders, not the Storm Guardians. And then 6 Wind Riders, which I'm going to be kit bashing those into Shining Spears. And then a box of Howling Banshees. And that's everything I have in my possession. Like I said earlier, I'm going to not do a craft. I'm going to go Yunari. As far as if I play an actual craft world, I don't know. I haven't really decided. I'm not necessarily married to any of them. I am just a melee-centric player, so that's why. Yeah, hey, King Greg, one of the things that I'm looking at doing is the old fantasy sea elves. You can still get those at a reasonable price on like eBay and stuff. And those are the spearmen, it's like the Lothorn Sea Guard. And I want to use those spears. The Yanari heads here. Uh, they have separate heads, or is this a reference that I should know and don't? Oh my goodness, this is a thing we're doing. All right. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I hadn't even realized that or thought about it. I was just gonna. I have a buddy who does a 3D printing business, and I was just gonna have him print me some. Uh, and obviously I was gonna pay for them. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I'm all well. So like my Yanari force, the core of the force is gonna focus around banshees and incubi. But yeah, I was going. Sorry, like I said, I did not sleep much last night. Um, Howling Banshee. Oh, it does. You clever, clever human. I'm glad you said something. I would have probably just blown right through it and built it. It's just a different helmet or face that goes on. It's the same head, just a different face. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna be your new name. We're just gonna have to rename you. Saves the day. Um, but yeah, no, I was gonna order them from him, and then my buddy was like, hey, you should just use the Seaguard. And I was like, oh shit, that's a good idea. That is a good talent to have. You could actually probably just like, you could make a lot of money off of that talent. For real. So that, let's see. That's what they all say. Aw, dude, you will never have to worry about me blaming you for any stupid thing I do. Like, it could totally be your fault, and I'll just assume it's something stupid that I did. So, like I said, I'm not a great hobbyist. I'm average at best. I'm a much stronger player than I am hobbyist. We do we're starting to do games every other Thursday. We just did one, and oh, that looks good. That makes me happy. I'm really glad you mentioned that. Mm, you know what? Let me, because I think the way they're built, the Guardians, I'd have to do some heavy mods there because of the way the helmets are. They're like half the helmet, whereas the Defenders, which I actually have right here, like you got the Defenders just one piece for the helmet. I'd have to trim those off. Um, but what I would like, based off of that, is I might try to figure out a way to put these Banshee masks or some Banshee helmets on my Shining Spears. That would look super good. And that would help the kit bash so that they don't just look like Wind Riders with spears. I'm digging that thought. But yeah, I've gotta get some incubi. Right, for sure. Uh, I don't know if any of you are Drukari players at all. Yep. It's the with the Eldari sword for the Storm Guardians, and then the defenders just have the shurikens. Um, Storm Guardians are super fun. I haven't, I've only gotten to see them or play with them once. My brother has an Eldar army actually, so I've only gotten to hit against Storm Guardians once or twice though, which is one of those where he and I should probably get some time to get a game in. But Storm Guardian spam is hilarious. I don't, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's terrible, it's not good." Uh, I think it's funny, and that's actually kind of what I do to determine what I'm gonna play or build. Like, even though I do play at like events and competition and competitive stuff, I generally am like, what's the funniest interaction I can come up with? And then that's kind of how I build my lists. I feel like Yanari is like the one place where Incubi actually shine. Yeah, it is. You're right. um, but I think that's where I think Incubi shine though is in Yanari. Like when you play them in regular Drukari, they feel very underwhelming because they don't get the Witch Covens or they don't get the Cabalites, the Cabals. Like they get no army bonuses because they're Blades for Hire. So they always feel like a little lackluster. But being able to get the Yanari bonus is really nice. Like letting them fight first. Uh, hmm, I think, man, that's an interesting. I'm not gonna say you're wrong because I feel like you're probably right, but also I think part of that comes from just Eldar being a later codex in the codex creep. Um, Actually, I think Incubi are a bit cheaper though, which helps. But I do like Incubi. Yes, the Guardian bodies are, they go both ways, like my mom. But no, not really. I'm just joking. Uh, but I do like Incubi. I like them in Yanari a lot more than I like them in Drukari, just because of the fact that they get the army bonus and they actually do something. And you can couple them with the webway gate. Now the webway gate's kind of a gimmick more than they are a staple, but it's a funny gimmick and it does force people to kind of have to stay relatively honest. Are they 22 base? Or is that 22 in Yanari? Because they cost more points in Yanari than they do in the Drukari book. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and arguably, Banshee's, well, and that's also probably without an Exarch power and stuff like that, too. Um, they're probably very similar in cost once you account for the upgrades you can give Banshees and you account for, like, giving them an Exarch power and stuff like that. Yep. Yes, they are. That is why we are kit bashing them. I don't want Wind Riders necessarily anyway. At least I don't need 6 of them. Uh, which is why we're gonna kit bash them into Shining Spears. That's what we are gonna do with them. So oh geez, why did I do this? What a dumbass. There we go. All right. I mean, at least I'm entertaining, even if I'm not good at what I'm doing. 15. There's 17, is that? Yeah, we're gonna need that one. Yeah, these are the new plastic ones for sure. Um, the striking scorpions are still, I think they're still metal, is what sculpt they have right now, and that's another like super good Eldar unit. Oh yeah, absolutely. The plastic is so much better. Um, and I'm not a big 3D printing advocate. Like I'm not one of those dudes who's like, oh, I'll just 3D print it because of this. But I'll tell you what, if it's a resin model, I'm gonna 3D print it because I'm not messing with fine cast. Like that stuff is terrible. It's a little rude that you're assuming I'm a child and shouldn't handle a resin model. What do we got? No, 17. We needed, what was it, 15? Yeah, I know. I gotcha. I gotcha. I was just being a clown. And yeah, no, Finecast is pretty terrible. It is it is what it is. For some things, it's just like what they have right now. I'm just glad that they finally started updating some of this Eldar stuff because when my brother first started collecting it, so I've been playing since third edition, but my brother just started getting into it in eighth. And man, when he first started getting into Eldar, everything was resin, like it was terrible. And once they started releasing plastic models, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm not messing with any more resin. We're getting away from this." The like all the new Eldar models are super dope, and I'm wondering if they're going to start releasing a lot of the Phoenix Lords in plastic because a lot of them look like they're on last chance to buy right now. Yeah, that is a great kit. Uh, it's a little irritating what comes in that box, but it is an awesome, gorgeous kit. Um, I don't mind that there's only two models, you know, because most people aren't going to run them in a whole unit. Like I'm probably one of the few dumbasses out there who's like, I'm going to take 5 warlocks. Again, mostly because it makes me laugh. Uh, but the fact that you can't give them uh, two swords or two spears with that box, like it's one of each, is kind of a frustration. Absolutely, absolutely. I've got to order some Drukari stuff. Like I said, I need to get a box of Incubi, and I'll probably just get the Combat Patrol. I don't need everything in it, but getting the extra Cabalite heads and getting the extra the boats, you know, and they've got the unit of Incubi in there. Like it's just a great way to get like all the stuff I need, even if it gives me extra and arguably too much. So yeah, I like the Cabalite helmets a lot. And I like honestly I like the witch heads. If I were gonna do bear heads, I'd probably just get a box of witches and try to see how many extra heads they come with, because witches are just super cool looking sculpts. Like that is a great looking model and unit. What are we looking for here? Number 16. All right. I enjoy them, and really racks are pretty cool too. Like that Drukari Codex has got a lot of cool models and just solid units as well. Like I said, I'm normally an orc player, so like it's weird to actually be building things with instructions instead of just like going out to the dumpster and making shit. Yeah, it's the 60 mil flight base. It's got the same size stem, but it's the 60 mil flight base. Um, and that's too easy. I just don't have to glue the stems into the bases, and I can swap them out if I need to. Um, yes, absolutely, very samurai. Agree. All right. I don't know why they didn't change the Wind Riders to the 60 mils. I think that's a weird interaction because I think the bikes are basically the same. So it's really weird that they were like, these bikes have guns, they get the tiny little base. These bikes have spears, they get the massive base. It is an old model, but even like the Tyranid Warriors got an updated base when their codex dropped, you know. They used to be on 40s, and when that codex came out, they started shipping them on 50s. All right. Yes, yes, they do. It's almost like the way the Venoms look. They've got the little fins or whatever underneath them, and the Raiders, the boats. I think is pretty cool. What do we got here? Tyler, you still on here? Or did you take off, dude? What do we got? What do we got? I don't know if everybody was here when I first started, but man, like I obliterated one of these. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Battle damage, that's right. God dang. Well, if you ever want to feel good about your hobby and paint skills, man, just come check me out. Right on, dude. It's yeah, that terrain, man. I think the worst thing about it is just how much soot and bullshit you get on you. Yeah, no, and that's fair, man. You know, and it's so a little bit of my background. I don't know if anybody here besides Tyler actually knows who I am. I used to run a locally owned game store, and uh, you know, we did a lot of 40K and Warhammer events. Oh, and so I never really had time for the hobby side of it while I did that. And so I just never developed really strong hobby skills. And then about 2 months ago, it burned down in a structure fire, and I'm just kind of making the best of it. I did a pretty hard pivot. Decided I was going to try to do YouTube videos and some streaming and stuff, and kind of change the focus of what I was doing with my life. And it's been an adventure. It's been a journey, but I've also realized that I need to put more time into just kind of getting better. I don't need to be the best, and I don't need to be perfect, but I definitely would like to be a little bit more proud of the models I'm putting on the table now. You know, I spent quite a few years of my life having to rush everything so that it could be ready for doing events, and it could be ready for doing different things. And now I don't have to rush, and I'm able to take my time and kind of put a little bit more effort and put a little bit more, you know, care into what I'm doing. And this is also why I'm suddenly building Eldar, because I went from having a little bit of every army in the game to having literally nothing. I got some orcs now and some Eldar, and I was able to get my hands on some sisters for a really good deal. What's this head? 2021-22. My goal is to try to get 2K worth of some kind of Eldar built before the 24th. We're doing an ATC tournament then, and I'd much rather bring Eldar than sisters. I can't bring orcs because one of my teammates is bringing orcs, which is good. He's a really good player, and he's a really good orc player, and I would not want to take that from him. Like, he does really well with that army. And it's way easier for me to adjust what I'm doing than to force him to adjust. Just got my tongue hanging out like a goon. Have you started on any of the buildings, Tyler, or are you still working on the crates? is not the right piece. That is. Oh, gotcha. Well, I'll check it in a bit. Actually, we could probably look at it right now. Oh, look at that wall. That's looking handsome. Yeah, I'll probably just throw the rest of it at you once you finish that up and have you finish up what I've got. And then we'll have 2 tables for the 10th plus whatever they've got at the venue. And then hopefully I can get a little bit more. All right. Well, as it is lunchtime, I am going to go ahead and sign off here. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out for a bit while we build some Eldar. Uh, I have it scheduled for once a week, and it's on Mondays, but that may end up changing. Obviously, I've done more than that already. But right now, we're doing Mondays at 8 a.m. with me, and then Tuesdays at 2 p.m. with Tyler. Outside of that, I'm just kind of doing it whenever I can get some free time. If I can schedule more time, I will. I do, once again, appreciate everybody who took the time to sit and chat with me while we built some Eldar. Again, you guys have a great day. It is time for me to maybe drink a beer and have a nap.